So a few days ago, I was talking with a coworker who just came back from her trip to America, and she had questions. Because legit, she was like, why are things so complicated? Why are all the normal things expensive? How do people live like this? And man, I couldn't even say much. All I can say though is that she had me at things that are normal here are reserved for the wealthy over there. So a few weeks ago, my sister sent me a video on Instagram, and the video opens up with a European girl visiting America and trying to understand why no one is walking. Like, why don't people walk? And there's a guy who responds to this girl with a list of reasons as to why walking is more of a luxury in the States and normal in Europe. And now look, we're not gonna go through this entire list, but I thought the list was fairly interesting. So I'm only gonna hit on three. First one being, is the walk useful? Second one being, is the walk safe? With the last one being, is the walk comfortable? And well, if you don't live in a specific area, you're not getting anything that's on this list. No matter how long it is, you ain't getting nothing. But going down the list with first being, is the walk useful? Well, in America, a lot of the walks are not useful because what they talk about being useful is basically like, is there something to walk to? Is there a grocery store around? Is there a shop around? Is there a cafe around? And basically the answer to this is a big old fat no, because a lot of laws in America outlaw anything useful being in proximity of where people live. Like, come on, what are we doing? Is the walk safe? Well, that's also a big old fat no, because you see, if you live in America, you're more likely to die by car than murder. And man, you actually see this a lot if you just go for a walk in the States. I remember I was in Atlanta and I was just outside Midtown. I went somewhere else, but no joke, and this is a great example. You will be walking on a sidewalk, and Georgia's kind of big for this, but you'll just be walking and the sidewalk will just end. So what ends up happening is you literally just have to walk in the street, basically. And I even remember in Georgia, in the neighborhood that we lived in, basically to get to friends' houses, we would take these like random shortcuts. And what you'll see is, you'll see basically these like pathways from us walking in other people's yard because there's no sidewalk. The sidewalk just ends. And when the sidewalk just ends, we'll walk like this. And this would be someone's land, basically. I mean, because we ain't have a choice. And I definitely want to hit on this other one, and that is the walk comfortable? And that's also, in majority of America, that's also a big old fat no. And granted, there are a lot of reasons for this. I mean, the lack of people makes it uncomfortable, the lack of sidewalks like we just talked about, but also too, a lot of neighborhoods are just built extremely weird where you can't just cut through the neighborhood to get out of the neighborhood. You're basically wrapped in like this loop and you have to go all the way around just to get out. And now, do we have places that lack like useful space here? Yes, pimpin'. I drive my son to his ski lesson and it's about a 30-minute bike ride. Now, pimpin', if it's me though, if I'm on a good day, it's like 20. I'm just Super Saiyan. Legs of thunder right there. No, but seriously though, it is about a 30-minute bike ride and you are driving through basically the countryside. But though, it's walkable. Like, you see people walking and exercising all the time. And they can still walk to the store, even though it's a little bit further away. It's still walkable. And now, it is not perfect. I mean, here or even in entire Europe, it's not perfect. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about dropping a video comparing Italy to the Netherlands in my membership. So I mean, if you want to join, cool. If not, don't worry about it, pimpin'. So be on the lookout for that video. It's coming soon. And now, believe it or not, right before I left for lunch, I was talking to the girl who works at that pimp. Yeah, no, I just talk to everybody. But yeah, we were just talking and catching up, and she's pregnant. And man, I'm not even gonna lie, but I do think it's kind of a luxury in the States. And let me explain. Me and my wife moved here to the Netherlands without jobs. My first job that I had here, I was covering for someone who was having a baby. I was able to meet her, we talked, we chat, and we're still friends today. Like, I see her almost every Friday when I go into the office. But I still remember talking with her and congratulating her and asking her, like, hey, like, you're having a baby, but why do I have to cover for you for like 10 months? I'm fresh out. I didn't know that she was gonna be off 10 to 11 months. no idea. So legit, I was thinking like she was probably gonna be training me for 1 or 2 months, and then maybe she'll be out when she's actually having the baby, because she didn't even have the baby yet. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like all these just situations that's coming to my head to kind of understand why she would be out for 11 months. Like that's like I just could not figure this out until I find out that this is actually okay to do, and it's normal to do. It's normal to take that amount of time off when you are about to have a kid. Like, so, I mean, she was taking off time even before the baby was born. Even the girl that I was just talking to earlier, she was explaining to me how she will be taking off soon. And the baby's not even due yet. The baby's not due for a while. And when she takes off, she's also not gonna be back until she's thinking maybe next year. Meaning that if she decides to leave like next week and come back next year, that's almost, I mean, it's not quite a year, but that is a long time. I mean, I'm locked. So that's just one aspect of it. The second aspect of it all is when you actually have the child, you have like a midwife come to your house for free. And man, this was crazy to me when this happened. Like, lady shows up and she is like just ready to go. Like, she's like, okay, I'll clean this for you, I'll cook this for you, I'll take care of this for you, you need some trash taken care of. Like, she was just on it. Me and my wife were shook because we didn't even know what to do with this lady. Like, we have no clue. But she just went in. She was cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen, making food, bringing us fresh fruits. Like, it was mind-blowing to me because, again, these things are something that are luxuries in the States, but normal here. To have these kind of things, to get that kind of time off, to also get like a midwife that will do all this stuff for you, it costs a lot of money. Perfect example, we didn't have a midwife with my first son when we were living in LA, and we had great insurance. But again, no midwife at all. We couldn't afford that. And then when it came to time off, I took, I think, a week, and then I borrowed time from my vacation and borrowed sick days and all this other stuff just so that I can be home a little bit longer to like take care of my son. Meanwhile, my wife also had to do the same thing, and she was also back at work within a month. Oh, what is going on? Look, it is totally raining. Y'all see that? What the heck? I didn't even realize it. I got caught up in the sauce, man. Holy cow, look at that. Oh man, I cannot believe it is raining. Man, the sun was just out. Oh, let me see if I can duck over here. Man. Okay, man, this tree is not helping. I tried to go under a tree and it ain't got no leaves under it. I'm gonna have to duck in somewhere. Okay. Man, I cannot believe it started raining. And now, look at this. Yeah. Oh, hey. Okay. Oh, man, so we got our cappuccino, and now it is freaking freezing. Holy cow. The one day that I dress appropriately for the heat, now it is like extremely cold. Man, the rain threw me off so bad, I don't even remember where we left off. But anyway, man, something else that's definitely a luxury in the States that's just normal here is just the ease of travel. The perfect example is I was able to spend my birthday in Italy. I mean, come on.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Oh, thanks, Mommy. And I posted a whole video on how I spent my birthday in Venice, and I was with my mom and my family, and I posted a video on the membership. But yeah, it was one of my favorite videos. I'm not gonna lie. I really, really like this video. But the fact that I could just say, like, remember, I am a kid from the hood of Chicago, okay? To be honest, it wasn't that expensive. I'm just keep it real. Matter of fact, me and my wife are also going to France for our anniversary that's coming up, and we're just going for a weekend. But this is something that a lot of my friends be like, "Dang, how much money you make?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, you make more money than me." Somebody was waving, so it threw me off. A lot of people saying hi to me today. And now, though, we got to get to business, and that is, y'all want to get down on this cookie? Oh, wait, put it on the attractive side. There we go. Go ahead. Go ahead. See, this cookie right here, this is probably my favorite cookie. Because it's like a graham cracker. I ain't gonna lie, I have not seen graham crackers here. So this is like definitely my favorite. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite, and definitely brings the sauce. Oh man, that was a good cappuccino. I really like that cafe. Look, if you ever in Harlem, go to Volkswagen, telling your boy Sky Money sent you, you will get a free receipt. I promise. And now something else that's definitely a luxury in the States, but just normal here. And this is, I mean, it's still a luxury to me. I'm gonna just super say it. I mean, this thing has just been a game changing, like it makes you think about life. And I'm being dead serious too, cause man, I don't know how I could live without this thing. How did I not have this in my life sooner? But man, that would have to be towel warmers. And now look, I don't care what nobody say about this. Towel warmers are genius, because I don't think y'all understand how beneficial a towel warmer is. Cause man, me and my towel warmer, man, we cannot, like, you cannot separate us. Because if I'm being real, I don't even use it only to heat up my towel. I use it to heat up my bathroom. I use it to unwrinkle my clothes. And look, you wanna hear the secret sauce? See, look, I'm gonna tell you something that I don't tell nobody. But the secret sauce to using a towel warmer is for your back. Like, look, I'm not gonna lie, look, I work full time, which means I have a 16.5-inch MacBook Pro in my backpack, this camera, and then along with a 14-inch MacBook Pro that I use to edit these videos. And they all fit in this heavy backpack. Which means, pimping, my back be hurting sometimes, especially like my shoulder area. Whoa, man, it be hurting. Oh wait, I gotta fix this, pull this out. There we go. But man, that towel warmer, I'm telling you, you sit a chair right next to it, or a stool. I use a stool. I sit next to it, put my shoulders and my back up all against it, set it to the right temperature. Pimp. Look, man, I'm trying to tell you, don't sleep on the towel warmers. Also, look, if you got certain, like if you have the right heaters too in your house, you can do the same thing with your heaters. Like I'm telling you, put your back on those heaters, sit on the floor, put your back against the heater. It feels amazing. And look, I'm gonna be honest, we don't really have those type of heaters in the States. Like it's all like central air. So it's not the same. Go ahead and try some of the things that I mentioned. You will thank me later.
Americans would be more likely to walk if there was something useful to walk to within a distance of their home. But Euclidean or exclusionary zoning patterns in America have all but outlawed the presence of anything useful within areas where people live. So now walking is mainly a leisure activity, which leads to this irony. There are probably neighborhoods in your town where it is useful to walk places, but that's now a luxury that you pay a premium for. You also have a general lack of connectivity. Sidewalks abruptly end and expect you to either cross the street or walk along the road. There are curb cuts that are designed to be easily mountable, and you can see the tracks of cars that invade pedestrian space. In fact, in our current guidebooks, car safety and pedestrian safety is at odds. Most of our cities are cut up by these arterial roads that are designed with highway safety measures that keep the driver in mind but not the pedestrian.